Welcome to our channel Around the World with Dua Mumtaz. Today we are going to visit a place named Cahaba Prison at Old Cahaba near Selma City, Alabama State, United States of America. If you like our informative video, please click the like button and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you will receive timely notification whenever we uploaded new videos. Let's get started. Old Cahawba Archaeological Site, near Selma, preserves the ghostly remains of Alabama's first state capital, when the state of Alabama came into being in 1819, as a result of the Creek War of 1813 to 1814 and the Treaty of Fort Jackson, a site in the howling wilderness at the confluence of the Alabama and Cahaba Rivers was selected to be its permanent state capital, while the legislature met temporarily in Huntsville. The town of Cahawba was surveyed and Alabama's first state capital was built. By 1820, the functions of state government were fully underway at Cahawba, but the town's distinction did not last long. The land along the rivers was prone to flooding, and mosquitoes from the swamps spread fever, giving the town the reputation of being a dangerous and unhealthy place. As a result, the legislature moved the state capital to Tuscaloosa in 1826. It eventually moved on to Montgomery, but the town of Cahawba clung to existence as cotton planting became big business on the Black Belt Prairie of Alabama. Cahawba reinvented itself as a port on the Alabama River. Paddle wheel steamboats edged up to the bluff to take on thousands of bales of cotton. A railroad line was completed to the town in 1859 and the population grew to more than 3,000. Then came the Civil War. Its economy devastated by the Union blockade of the coast, which prevented cotton from being shipped to overseas ports. Cahawba suffered a fatal blow when the Confederate government seized the railroad and removed the iron rails for use elsewhere. In June of 1863, a cotton warehouse in the heart of the town was converted for use as the Cahawba Military Prison, which was known locally as Castle Morgan. Famed Southern General John Hunt Morgan was then one of the Confederacy's best-known cavalry leaders, and it is thought that the Castle Morgan name was conceived in his honor, since he had been born in Alabama in 1825. During its first months of operation, Cahawba Prison held around 660 men, but as the war dragged on and Union General Ulysses S. Grant ordered an end to prisoner exchanges, the population swelled to more than 3,000. Conditions were horrendous. The old warehouse and surrounding stockade were cramped, and food, medicine, bedding and clothing were in short supply. Surprisingly, though, the prison's death rate of 2% was among the lowest among the military prisons in either North or South. It is thought that as many as 147 men died at Castle Morgan. Sadly, many of the men who survived their time at Cahawba Prison met untimely deaths. Shortly after being released, the steamboat Sultana was carrying 2,300 newly freed prisoners from Cahawba and Andersonville when she exploded and burned on the Mississippi River on April 27, 1865. As many as 2,000 men died either in the explosion and fire or in hospital beds following the tragedy. Old Cahawba's most famous ghost story originated during the Civil War years. A couple was walking near the home of Colonel C.C. Pegas when they saw a ball of white light floating in the air ahead of them. The strange apparition moved side to side, but disappeared into the brush when they tried to touch it. It soon returned, however, and followed them along their walk. The strange phenomenon became known as Pegas' ghost to the residents of Old Cahawba, as the colonel had been mortally wounded a short time before at the Battle of Seven Pines, Virginia. Old Cahawba suffered a massive flood in 1865 and the county seat was moved to Selma 1 year later. As time passed, the community slowly returned to the wilderness from which it had come. The town was officially unincorporated in 1989, but by then it was already a fabled ghost town of Alabama. As the 20th century progressed, the Alabama Historical Commission took an interest in saving what remained of the famed old town. Property was acquired and archaeological and historical research projects were launched, leading to the establishment of today's Old Cahawba Archaeological Site. The park covers much of the original downtown area and includes the sites of the Old Capitol Building, Castle Morgan, the Crocheron Columns, the Barker Slave Quarters, the Methodist Episcopal Church ruins, still flowing artesian wells, 3 cemeteries, a welcome center, boat ramp, nature trail and picnic areas. To reach Old Cahawba from Selma, take Highway 22 west for 9 miles, turn left on County Road 9, look for the Old Cahawba sign, follow County Road 9 for 5 miles and then turn left on County Road 2 which leads into the park. The site is open daily from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. and is free to visit. The Visitor Center is open daily from 12 noon until 5 p.m. Several different guided tours can be arranged for a small fee, $4 for adults, $3 for seniors, military and students, but must be arranged in advance. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you on our next place of Selma City, Alabama, United States of